Welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World, and I'm so excited because one of my very favorites is here. You may know him as the Booze Traveler from the Travel Channel, and now he's got an incredible new show where he's doing something so meaningful and so sober. Jack Maxwell is here. Welcome to Kennedy Saves the World, Jack Maxwell.
It's good to be at Kennedy Saves the World. You're funny. You say Booze Traveler and Jack Maxwell different than you did the rest of it. Why is that? It was very sultry. Very nice, I gotta say.
Jack Maxwell. Yes, Jack Maxwell.
Kennedy, better than the funny Southie accent you were doing before we went on the air. That was cute. She's really good at accents, folks.
I do it when I swear, and they don't like me to swear on the podcast. Bunch of. So I thought of you because I was in Los Cabos, Mexico earlier this year, and I drank that snake tequila, but it's not tequila. It's a different alcohol, but it has a giant rattlesnake inside.
Yeah,
Have you ever done that?
You thought of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was doing booze travel around the world, drank all kinds of things. Mine was not a rattlesnake, but a cobra.
Oh yeah,
in Hong Kong and in Laos. They're the same thing. And
did your testy shrivel and fall off?
How did you know? Get out of my head. No. And the woman said, "Do you like that? Do you like?" She really wanted to know that I liked it. I said, "Yeah, if you like a nice Cabernet Sauvignon." Because it was a she didn't get it.
Come on, that's like a dad joke.
I know she didn't get it at all. And then there was one tiger penis cocktail in there too as well. So
and you're like, Mr. Tiger, take your dong out of my drink so I can finish this.
We don't even know.
Makes a horrible straw.
It's good if you like penis coladas. Getting caught in the rain? I don't know. She didn't know what that meant either. So that's the end of the jokes, folks. Now it's back to Kennedy.
But her husband did put an ad in the paper. And they found each other. So now you're doing American Homecoming, which is wonderful.
Thank you.
So this is where you build homes for veterans who maybe they experience some infirmities and amputations in combat. And, obviously they need to readjust when they come back into civilian life. And that can be really difficult, especially for a group of people who are used to shouldering the burden, who don't want to ask for help.
Yeah, that's so well said, especially when you come back injured in a wheelchair, otherwise disabled. There's a certain sense of pride there, right, for a lot of us, but especially for them. And so we find them. And it's not specifically that we build them homes. They already have houses, but they no longer function, right? They don't serve them anymore. So what we'll do is, for instance, in the pilot episode, which is all we have right now, we opened the doorways up in the house, the frames. I mean, really did a lot of construction work. So our vet could wheelchair through, and we gave him remotes. So he had all the doorways, front, back, remotes. He could do it by himself. It's all about independence.
Yes.
We pulled out the stairs and put in ramps at the front of the house so he could basically be comfortable, or at least as comfortable as he can be, just to get him a semblance of his life back. But also designed it, Kennedy. Really nice stuff. We had a designer come in for the aesthetic as well as the function of it, Tore out the tub, put in a nice roll-in shower that he could control with all the knobs
that's
right
great.
there. Yeah, it was really
wonderful. And there are
wonderful.
things you don't think about. It's like when you've never been through that, when you're able-bodied, you don't imagine how difficult and monumental those, what we see as menial everyday tasks become.
Yeah. I'm so grateful that I'm not in that situation. So I wanted to, of all the things I've done, whether it's television or film, this meant so much to me. It really tugs at the heartstrings because I couldn't be in a wheelchair for a day or a week around my house, never mind in society. And to know that they're like that for the rest of their lives, we got to do something for them. I mean, I know you're a big fan of our veterans and a big supporter. So when I saw this, I jumped at the chance.
Good for you. And where can people see the pilot episode?
AmericanHomecoming.tv is where it is now. That's AmericanHomecoming.tv. And you can watch the pilot. You can become a delegate, which simply means you'll spread the word. We want to start a conversation. We'd like to see the show picked up as a series so we can help more vets.
Well, absolutely. And how do you find people? I mean, will your delegates recommend people who, maybe they'll be like, hey, this is my neighbor. He's been just suffering for 10 years and he just needs a little bit of retrofitting in order to put some ease back into his or her life.
That's exactly right. Hopefully we'll have enough by then, but we'll take recommendations, of course, because you never know. In this particular one, though, it was so nice. He had a girlfriend, and he might have asked her a particular question at the end of it, and it might have had a really happy ending, but I don't want to give that away. It was a really sweet moment, and but the best moment for me was we had cameras, GoPros in his car. These, GoPros, of course, but he's coming down the street, and you could see the trepidation. He wasn't sure, what am I going to look at? And then they, of course, roll him into the house. And you would think if this was a movie or a script, it'd be, oh, my house, it's so beautiful. Thank you for all you did. He comes in and his face goes white. What did you do to my house?
No,
it was so
really?
great because it was so different. That was the honest reaction, but he loved it. Thankfully, he loved it because that's part of it, too. I mean, not only just some things that make it easier, but nicer, too, like put in shelving and plants and artwork.
Oh.
And he loved it so much, and he deserves
That's a full meal deal.
Absolutely. Yeah, we don't go halfway.
That is full service.
Full service all the way.
Learn that. Where did you learn the art of hospitality and completion of product?
You know, I have so much help on this show. I'm merely the host, the guy who created it, Tracy Trostin. He has a handful of partners, DAV, one of them. They do all the construction work. I even said to the gentleman, Garrett Robitaille, our Navy vet, I said, he thanked
Any
me
relation
for
to
doing
Luke Robitaille?
the hockey player from the Kings. I
right.
don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
Had to
so.
ask.
But of course you have to, because how common
Not
is
a
that?
common name.
And he said, thanks for doing this. And I said, listen, I really didn't do a lot of the work. I helped out a little bit. I'm not good at all this stuff, although I am taking a carpenter's class.
I was going to say, you seem like a pretty handy person.
Well, I haven't learned much yet. We've only just begun.
Yeah. But you seem like
Carpenter's class.
you'd have like
We've
a
only
drill
just
and
begun.
a work belt in your car.
Yeah, you would think, but I'm not really good at that. I'm sorry to say.
You're
I try,
a
though.
lady boy, aren't you?
I wouldn't go that far, Kennedy. Lady boy, that's a very specific thing, mostly found in Thailand. Do not get the wrong impression, folks.
Have you had some drinks in Thailand?
Actually, not only have I had drinks in Thailand, such a fascinating place to me, I brought you one of your favorite drinks of all time. Because I did Booze Traveler, of course, I know you're a fan of this particular thing. And I have a new show I also did called Spirit Quest. It's a pilot that's out there. We'll talk maybe about that some other time. But
I really hope we do.
Can I present you with this thing?
I would absolutely love it, Jack Maxwell.
All right, here we go.
Nothing more than I love surprises and gifts.
Oh, good surprise and gift. I hope you like
Jack is
it.
going to fall out of frame. He's reaching down. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Can I rip it open?
Please do. That's why I packed it so tightly, so you could have the joy of opening the Christmas present.
Here we go. I'm almost there. La, la, la.
Yeah, that bubble wrap pop. Isn't that satisfying?
Yeah, it really is.
Snap of the bubble wrap. So important. I kept this nice for you.
This isn't the live cobra.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
One of my favorite videos on the YouTube is the guy with the little broom cleaning the cobra cage and sweeping out all the eggs and whatnot. Or maybe they're white cobra turds. I never knew what those were.
I don't know what color they are. What happened? Don't leave us hanging. Did he get...
A bit, but they're all like, and then you go, and they would be like...
So he does the...
Amazing,
He was doing the cobra dance back to them.
Like, they're like, ah, and he had a broom. Maybe they're terrified of broom. This is really...
We're almost there. I didn't want to... It's a shatter, my friend.
Oh, look at this! Senor Rio Tequila, it's a good añejo.
Yes.
Hecho en Mexico.
Sí.
Viva Tequila.
Muy bueno, está muy bueno.
Oh.
Now, you told me back in the day that was your favorite. You had, drinking tequila at the time, and I don't know if you still are, but from me to you.
Shy away from a good tequila.
And you know who's involved with that? Joe Montana, the actor. You know him. Yeah, he's great. He and...
Is he your friend?
Debbie Medina, yes. Actually.
Is he your most famous friend?
I'm proud to say. I don't know. How do you gauge that? I really don't.
Who's the most famous person in your phone?
In my phone? Geez, isn't that weird? Like dropping names. All right, you know Renee Taylor? Who was the mother on The Nanny?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying with her while I'm here.
Yeah,
She's a sweetheart. She's nice. But I've met a handful of them. I think you're probably my most famous friend. How about that?
Stop it right
Although
now.
you're not in my cell phone, I have to email her because she's private. She's very good that way. But maybe after a couple of shots of tequila.
Yeah, a couple of honks of that. And...
Maybe I'll get your number.
It's young Jack. I'm so excited for American Homecoming.
Me
It's
too.
going to be phenomenal. It is going to be made into a very wonderful series, and people will be touched and inspired, and it will inspire new acts of service.
That's just it. We hope to inspire, not only get the conversation going, but when they come back from service and they obviously have difficulties, like you said, either injured, disabled, whatever it is, we got to do something for them. And
yes.
a lot of people are talking, they're taking shots. You should do this, just do it, right? Yes. Just get up and help whoever you can, whenever you can. And that's the goal of this show.
Well done, Jack Maxwell. Thank you so much for being here. And more importantly, thank you for my tequila. I will toast to your success.
Please do enjoy it.
Thank you.
Cheers, my friend.
Along with Jack Maxwell, this has been Kennedy Saves the World, and I'm Kennedy. Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.
Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.